going on, guys? How are ya? This is Nick Caligura-Mitros with Album Raw Paper, and we have got some exclusive content for you guys, and so I'm super pumped. We are at Bang Bang Burger down here in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm with the owner and chef, Joe Huang. Super pumped to have him here to show us about making the awesome, there's a ton of different burgers, salads,
stuffed jalapeno. That's what we're gonna do today.
So stuffed jalapeno burger today, and so I can't wait to show you guys this exclusive behind-the-scenes content to show you guys what is in these amazing burgers that you come in. So anyway, if you have not been to Bang Bang Burger, they have two locations, right? We got one in South End in Charlotte, and then the other is
7th Street, 2001 East 7th Street. That's
right.
Our original location.
So that's the first location. That's kind of in the Elizabeth area of Charlotte. But anyway, we're super pumped. And so, Joe, if you want, man, tell us a little bit about what's going on.
So I'm gonna do. We've done this before. I'm just gonna show you guys how to do a stuffed jalapeno, which goes on top of the burger. So jalapeno. I'm gonna cut it in half carefully. And then I'm going to core it, take the stuff out in the middle here. And this is a pretty popular burger. We do it pretty often as a special. It's a little bit more involved, and that's, our specials are a little bit more involved. That's why we only do one special a week, so that we can do it well. So half of a jalapeno cored, and then I'm going to grab some of our pimento cheese here, and I'm going to basically just shove it in here, stuff it, right? So if you guys like this stuff, put more. If you don't, put a little bit less. Although if you don't like it, I don't know why you would make it. But anyway, so all right. So then from here, it's a little tricky. I don't know how many of you guys make sushi, but it's kind of like making sushi a little bit. Something in here. I have tempura batter over here, and then I'm gonna dip it in here and basically get it sticky. Okay. So a sticky stuffed jalapeno. Okay, and then luckily I have everything set up nicely. Basically, now I got a sticky stuffed jalapeno. I'm going to put it in some panko breadcrumbs, okay? And then here is where you're supposed to have one wet, one dry. So I'm going to use this with my dry hand. And then basically what you have here is a stuffed jalapeno that we're going to end up frying, okay? Some of the other components of this burger, I've got some of our homemade ranch over here. Mostly mayonnaise, sour cream, some buttermilk, some seasonings. And then the other component is going to be a grilled jalapeno sauce. Actually, we call it our sriracha sauce, okay? I'm going to pour some in here to mix it together, but I'm going to show you a little bit about how basically the ingredients that goes in here. Some of the components, there's three main components. It's going to be toasted garlic. So this is just oil and garlic. Put on a flat top. We just cook it slowly so it doesn't burn, okay? And then it becomes nice and soft and really sweet, okay? We've got some grilled onions here. I just slice it, throw it on the flat top, grill it so it's nice and brown, all right? And then the last component that we have,
fresh off the grill.
Yeah, so I just threw some with a little bit of oil, jalapenos, whole jalapenos with a little bit of oil on the grill so it's nice and charred. And that's what this, we puree that to make this green sauce that's on top of the ranch right now, okay? So we've got the jalapeno, the sauce, okay, and then we can pretty much start putting the burger together.
Which is your favorite burger, Joe?
I'm eating so many burgers, I'm almost afraid to say. When I do eat a burger, I don't eat that many burgers these days. Mostly it's because I'm trying different types of beef. I actually like a very plain burger.
Okay.
All right. So it goes back to the idea of what is really a good burger?
Okay.
Is the burger the topping, or is the burger the beef, the bun?
Yeah.
Maybe cheese.
Yeah.
Maybe a sauce.
Yeah.
Right. So what is more important? So my thing is it's a little bit like makeup. If you're putting a lot of makeup on, you're hiding something. I don't hope that doesn't offend anybody. But so if it's a burger and you're putting lots of stuff on it,
yeah.
As a cook,
yeah.
I know, hey, this doesn't taste really good. I'm gonna put more seasoning on it to cover up for it.
Gotcha.
That's the question. So, some people will like a burger with lots of stuff on it.
Yep.
So, And that's fine. Hey, whatever makes you happy. Because at the end of the day, we're cooking for people, for them to be happy, right? So that's what you like, that's fine. But if you're analyzing and you're saying, what do I like to eat?
Yeah.
I usually, if I'm having a burger, it's the beef and the bun.
Gotcha.
And so, and how it's cooked, and what decisions, whoever is cooking it, whatever decision they make.
Sure.
So, if you can get that, nail that, and have that be really good.
Okay.
That's really what I usually eat. So,
Gotcha.
what I will eat usually is, I love the buns, our buns, brioche bun, right?
Okay.
So, buttery.
Classic bun, right?
Yeah, real butter though.
Okay.
See, that's the thing. Like the other thing is like no one really cares about this. I don't really feel we care about it, but for yourself, like you go and buy a brioche bun. I mean, are they using real butter when you buy it at the store? If it's sitting out on the shelf,
Yeah.
right? I mean, so what's in it, right? So is it real butter? Usually it's margarine, actually, because it's cheaper.
Yeah.
It tastes like butter, but it's not.
Yeah.
Are they baking it? Are they doing it handmade? Are they using a machine? Like things like that. Now, other people don't care, but I do.
Yeah.
But then the thing is now, so then if you have like a really good bun, and then the beef, right? So where do you get it from? How is the cow raised? What machines to make the actual grind, right? So is it just chopping it up into little pieces, or are they grinding in a way that it just holds its shape? It doesn't have cracks in it, because the cracks will release the juices while you're cooking it. So it'll flare up, and all the juices are coming out, so when you bite into it, it's not as juicy, right? So to me, it's a little bit wonky, right? So other people are like, what are you talking about? Just eat the burger, you know? But like for me, it's like, I've eaten so many burgers that if it's not like those particular things are not in there, then it's like, well, I'm not gonna bother, because I can make my own burger really, really well, you know? So
Makes sense.
I know that answers the question.
No, it is. I mean, and it goes to show you, you know, that quality and correct products and ingredients make a huge. I mean, I didn't even know there was that much to the burger, but you know what? You're right. I mean, everything you said was very logical and thought out, and so when you come into Bang Bang, believe you me that you know, they've got the best ingredients, the quality products to put forth the best product for you possible. So cool. Let's.
So I'm gonna go ahead and put the burger together. Okay.
Yep.
So if we let's say for example, we were actually serving customers right now.
Okay.
We would get an order on the machine, and then what I would do is, one of the first things I would do is grab a bun and put that onto the flat top. Okay. It's a Duke's bread brioche bun, very buttery, very nice. And then I'm gonna go ahead and start my burger on the grill. So one of the things you'll notice right away, the grill's very hot, and I don't know if this sounds weird, but yeah, obviously if it's a hot grill, you make smoke, the brown's on one side, and it's gonna taste better, right? So, just a small like cooking tip, right? So if you're trying to brown something, you put something in a pan. A good example is bread. It's like sliced bread, okay? So if you do like sliced bread without toasting it, it tastes a certain way.
Yeah.
It's kind of like just mushy and whatever, right?
Yeah.
But say you toast it, what it tastes like now it has a little bit of nuttiness, right? You're chewing it, and you have some texture to it.
Yeah.
So when you brown meat, you're really trying to do that. You're trying to brown it. So like a boiled burger, imagine what that tastes like.
Yeah.
And one that's seared, that's brown, that's crispy on the edges, on a hot surface, right? Boiled versus seared.
Yeah.
And so we're trying to do the seared, but you can tell the difference, right? Is that like with boiled, it's gonna be kind of bland. It's gonna be like, you know, a little bit plain, yeah. Whereas you sear it on a grill, on a pan, that's gonna give that like really toasted, nutty flavor. And so it's really important to put it onto like onto a hot grill. So, and then really when I'm cooking a medium, I'm really just kind of looking for the edges to be a little bit wet, because it has, you know, the burger has moisture in it, and then what you want to do is you want the moisture is going to be escaping from the heat, so it's going up the opposite direction and start kind of cooling around the edges.
Gotcha.
Once I start cooling around the edges, I usually flip it there and I put down my cheese. For this burger, we're going to do pepper jack cheese, a very simple pepper jack cheese. So let's go ahead and put this over. Okay, so I'm liking this area over here, this brownness, right? I would have liked it for a little bit more on this side over here, but that's okay. But that's what you're looking for, is like really brown, crispy edges over here. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw my cheese on there, and basically for our timing, once the cheese melts around the edges, and a couple of these are, to show you all the little secrets here. Okay, so the way that I train my cooks, right? So I can leave it here and then all the cheese is melted all over the grill, and then they pull it off, right?
Yeah.
But then I'm like, I want the cheese on the burger, not on the grill, right? The other thing they could do that's wrong is they pull it off here where the cheese isn't melted yet, right? So it really is, there's that sweet spot for cooking where you want things to be cooked at the right time. Even a well done. So in other places, like a well done burger is like, okay, put it on there, you forget about it. You pick it up, it's like, oh yeah, sure. I mean, our parents used to cook that way, right? It was like, hey, is it done? No, cook it a little bit more. Like, by the time you actually eat it, it's like burnt, or like,
same,
right?
Yeah, same for the Greeks.
Right.
They always get all
Make
the burgers,
sure,
steaks, everything is well done.
Yeah, make sure it's done all the way. So you see how it's just kind of curling around the edges? That's really the most I want to do. It's going to continue to melt, right? Because it's still hot. Okay. So I'm gonna grab my stuffed jalapenos over here. I'm gonna drop some fries to go with it, just to make it look nice. That's how we usually serve it anyway, burger and fries. Okay. And then I'm gonna grab some other ingredients and bring it over and start finishing it up. So I'm gonna mix our sauce now with the ranch and the green sriracha that we use in the restaurant. Okay. So this will be a little bit spicy. It has the grilled jalapenos and then the toasted garlic, the grilled onions. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit. I'll put a little bit on here. I'm gonna go ahead and throw my stuffed jalapeno on top of here. I'm gonna go ahead and drizzle a little bit more because we like a lot of sauce and everything. Okay, and then as a contrast, right? So everything on there is pretty heavy. So I like to actually have some contrast. Also, it kind of looks kind of cool. I'm gonna throw some arugula on there. Okay, and that's gonna be the stuffed jalapeno. I made these boards.
Made them?
Yeah. A long time ago, we were talking about when we first opened the first store. Like, okay, how are we gonna serve it?
Yeah.
And then, like I said, oh, we just put it in a basket. And it's like somebody said, oh, that's so ghetto. I mean, a friend of mine actually. I mean, a stranger wouldn't say that probably, but a friend was like, no, don't do that. You want to charge more for a burger?
Of course.
So I was like, okay, fine. Well, what about a cutting board? Okay, fine. So we got a company to do it. We tried to get a lot of money for it. So much. And they use poplar, which I didn't know anything about wood at the time. So it's cheap, right? And so like, as you wash it, it starts to wear out. And I'm like, okay. So then I went back to the company. I said, hey, listen, maybe you can sand it again. It's like, oh yeah, we're gonna charge you again to sand it. And then I was like, okay, that's it. Forget about it. We weren't even busy the first year.
Yeah.
We were busy. We used it like each one like twice. You know? So I said, okay, I'm gonna do it myself. I asked around. I said, okay, fine. You can get some wood. You can use a jigsaw. I don't know anything. I didn't know anything. So someone had to show me. And I said, okay, fine. I'll make it myself. So I went to a lumber yard. Got my own wood. The type of wood that you would use for cutting boards. Okay, so like a hard, durable wood, and it's beautiful too, right? So then I use a jigsaw. I cut it out. I use a router to run the edges. I use a router. I mean, why are we talking about wood now? But anyway, so I did this, and then so then basically the way we do it is we'll serve the burger on the board, okay? And then fries, maybe a little bit. But anyway, so we put the fries in this basket. We made the indentation over here. I mean, like, you want to hear some more stupid stuff?
Sure.
So designing the board, right? Okay. So is it just going to be flat? Is it going to be... Okay, so how are we going to do it? So originally, you would say, where you would put the basket? Why is it on the right side, right? Well, because most people are right-handed. I figure, how many times you reach for the fry basket versus how many times you bite a burger? There's going to be more for the fries. Okay, then the other thing is, you see this area over here, why would I leave a little spot over here? For the sauce. So I figure, okay, you're going to put ketchup, whatever, so it's going to be like this. Right? As opposed to reaching over, or originally they had to put it over here, but then if you have the sauce over there, can you imagine, like, so, I mean, like, it's stupid, right? But, like, the thing is, that's detailing, that's really, you think it through, and so you say to yourself, and you try it, and you say, okay, that doesn't work, and you adjust things so that things work better. You get my Apple phone?
Yeah.
Okay. So I saw somewhere that the original boards, right, were not rounded over here. So if you try to reach to try to grab it, it's really hard to do because it was just like it was like this. It was like a right angle. Yeah. So you try to reach it, it doesn't naturally allow you to pick it up. So I said to myself, I'm going to do like Apple. So you see all the Apple phones, it's rounded, not by accident, by design. Yeah. I like stuff like that. It's like, I don't know, it's stupid, but like...
ingenuity, my friends. Ingenuity right here.
So I mean,
everything is thought out, even the board.
But... And then at the end of the day, I'm not expecting customers to care about this stuff. I mean, that's not their job. Actually, their job is supposed to come in, spend some money, and then enjoy the food. Yeah, as long as they do a good job. So basically, yeah. So then this is how we normally would serve it. Is that burger, fries on the board.
I love it. I love it, guys. Take a look. This is absolutely incredible. This is a jalapeno. Stuffed jalapeno burger at Bang Bang Burger. I'm telling you, you guys gotta come check them out. If you haven't, come here. You gotta see, Chef Joe and his crew, 2 locations, and I'm telling you, looks absolutely amazing. Joe, thank you so much for everything.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Any last thoughts on burgers? Your stores, anything like that?
Okay, I'll say one thing. By the end of this year, hopefully we'll be busy again, and everything will be back to normal. Maybe at the end of this year. So hope everybody's staying safe.
Stay safe. Good to see you guys. Thank you again to Joe and his crew, and come visit these guys and try out all their different burgers, especially this one.